Hey guys, Jason here with Bounce Wave Inflatable Sales. I want to take just a couple minutes. We always get questions on trailers. You know, how to move the units and what do you do and kind of what's out there. A lot of guys have a box truck. The only thing I've always wondered about a box truck, we don't carry those, is when you get it to where the gate goes up and down. You know, you got a heavy piece and you got to set it back down to let the gate down and then pull it back again. And then when you get it on there and you get guys being lifted in the air, always made me a little bit nervous there. We do have some enclosed trailers, but mainly we use open trailers. Open trailers is the way we like to go. We roll our units, as you can see, we'll roll them taller and more narrow so we can get more in the trailer and more in our shop. Also, we do that for as far as dollying. They're not so front heavy and it rests better up on your shoulders. But the right trailer, if you're just starting out, I mean, you can get away with a single axle trailer that's smaller, no problem. But the right trailer as you grow, and go ahead and invest the money in it because it's going to give you that longer longevity, is a heavy duty trailer. They're not all created heavy duty. A few things you can look for to know that it's more heavy duty is the first thing is going to be the tongue of the trailer. When it's welded all the way back, that's your first sign that it's heavy duty. And you'll see it welded all the way back here, as opposed to just being welded right here to the front of the frame. When it's just welded here, of course, it's not going to be as strong as being run all the way back, as you can see. Another thing you'll see on a more heavy duty channel is just heavier channel here. So the material used is going to be more heavier duty. You're going to have the thicker channel, and that's going to help you in the long run. What we do a little bit differently is so the trailer essentially was purchased with the mesh here up to here. We go ahead and weld an extra bracket on all the way back, so that way we can stand our units up. Because if you don't have side leverage, you got to lay the units down, then at every stop you got to pick it back up, and you can't get as many in there, and it starts to create a little bit of chaos. I always tell people, it's one thing to buy inflatables, it's, you know, that's all good and well, and they bring you income, so it's an easy buy. What we don't like to buy, and what kind of pains us a little bit, is buying things that don't look pretty or doesn't make us money. But the fact of the matter is, having a good trailer so you can make your job easier, actually in a roundabout way, gives you a return. The same thing with like electric dollies and the proper dollies, things like that. If you're going to be in the business and run it at a high level, you want to have the right equipment to do it, to make your life a little bit easier. So if you see here, we welded up here, braced it on the corners, and this is a sliding rack right here with just pins. And the reason why we have this is if you'll back up a little bit to me, you can show the whole trailer. So if you don't have a full load to the front, why not put the bulk of your unit load over your axle? Ideally, that's what you want to do. So this allows us, without a full load, to slide it back and keep our units kind of over the axle. And then it also allows you to be able to throw some blowers in the front, as you can see here, things of that nature. You're going to get, you know, better welding here in heavier duty trailers, a little thicker fenders. And as you can see, it's just a little heavier duty, LED lights. And the gate's actually heavier duty as well. As you can see, the channel on the gate is going to be heavier duty than what your thin, flimsy units have. You're also going to see more bracing down the mesh as well on a heavier duty trailer. But one thing we're going to do actually tomorrow is, as you can see here, the mesh starts to give, and I'm sure you guys have seen this. And what'll happen is you can see it's bent right here. That's where you go up with the equipment, the trailer starts to give. And as you can see here, if you can get a little closer here to me, it starts to pull the welds off the mesh. And that's going to create you a problem. You can see it right here as well. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to weld brackets right here in between, you know, and what that does is just going to brace this and get this pushed back up, and it'll brace it a whole lot better. So whatever trailer you buy, that's the first thing I think that's pretty important is bracing your gate, because you're gonna push, the mesh is gonna come through. And also having a lip, we're gonna do this tomorrow as well. Instead of having this ridge here to go over, we'll weld a lip that comes down. It's gonna look like this. So essentially it's gonna come off and come down here to give it a more smoother transition, to where, you know, if you got generators or drivers or whatnot, they don't generally come up here nice and easy and then push the equipment up. They're gonna, you know, bang it right into that lip, which then's gonna knock the tires off your generator, and all those things start to happen. So this will give you a general idea. You can see the units are pretty secure, and we're gonna do a video on that electric dolly, which is absolutely amazing. We're gonna do that here very soon. But the units are really secure. And what happens with your welds, and when you want to watch your welds quite often, because here's what happens, guys. When you go down dirt roads, right, especially if you're in the Southeast and you're going down dirt roads and you got these units leaning against this, these welds, this trailer is constantly shaking now. It's the dirt roads and the rhythmic movement of the trailer is going to constantly be putting pressure on these welds. So you always want to walk around and just kind of check your spot welds. And you're going to find over a period of time that you'll see cracks in it in different areas. Now, in a standard trailer that's not heavy duty, you'll also find that in mostly all your welds. That's one of the reasons a heavy duty trailer works a lot better, because it's a lot heavier material. Here, you just got to go in and check your spot welds every once in a while, because as you go up, it gets a little more, it can move a lot more, and you're going to get a lot more weld cracking. So to give you an idea, again, we try and use LED lights, a little bit more of a heavy duty trailer. And again, this is your slide rack. Pretty easy. You pop pins, slide it forward, pop the pins back in. Now your rack's move forward, or you can move your rack back. It just helps moving of the load, transitioning the load in the right way. So hopefully this helps you. Again, we understand this business from top to bottom. We don't talk the talk, we walk the walk. We do this, and this is just a smart way to do it. It kind of stinks buying these trailers up front a little heavier duty, gonna spend a little bit more money, but I'll tell you, the end result, gonna get 5-8 years out of them instead of a couple, and you got to re-weld the whole trailer. And if you check on what this material costs right now and then hire a welder, you'll find out spending $1,500 more on the trailer when you first buy it. Have brakes on each tire, have the right setup, and you'll feel a lot better about what you're doing. So hey, any questions you guys have, we sell the best inflatables around. If you come down to Florida, we'll go over it from top to bottom. Trailers, we'll blow units up with you, we'll roll them up with you. I'll do a mock around the house, the proper way to deliver, so you don't move a unit twice. Whatever it is you guys need, we'll do it. You can just reach out to us, 888-901-WAVE, with any questions you have, or if you're interested in purchasing an inflatable or jumping on board with us. Thanks so much. Hopefully this helped. We look forward to speaking with you guys soon.